Song like a song, like a song, like a song now. Unmistakable in curiosity. We have a character. I was writing my story, my Crafta MundoZ story. This thing feels weird. So I made little sketches based off of it. We have this guy, like this. This is the guy. He's holding his dirt keychain, his own Magino Key, which he uses to expel all over the place. His dirt magic. Voila. Haha. So images. Yeah. Welcome to the clouds.
So basically this one started with my palm tree beach. It was going to be kind of like the image of Toku going down to the town. So I made some little cities around Mr. Deo. He's on his hang glider flying down. And then Toku's house and her sand castles. And so little Toku's on her bike. And there we go.
Okay, welcome to the clouds. As much as I will have like the real colored in image over here, this is the sketch. So basically what's happening is like, this is the part of the book where Toku, she's going down from her house to BimbleDOT city where it is on fire, and Deo is hang gliding over top of the city. Okay, so Deo's hang gliding over top of the city. This is BimbleDOT city. This is her house. Toku, she lives on a hill. She's like up here, and then it's going down, and she's riding down on her just made bike, and then she has like her sand castles all around her house, which are like kind of like on the bottom. And she has like an ocean on the bottom. Whoa. And she is riding down. Then she has to pass her palm tree forest before she makes it into the city. And of course there's like clouds all around. But Deo, he's like looking into the city, and he doesn't see her, but he sees the city, and he sees that it's like destructed. Oh yes. So that's basically that part of the story. And
This dude basically started with just the guy who toppled over the column. Now he's the Breakis, so he toppled over the column. Toku, she's there, and she's like, oh no, because as the column has been toppled, it created a giant crack in the road. And as I'm making a beautiful bench right here, the crack formed, and Miss Toku, she's about to fall through the road because the crack is gonna make a giant crack in the road. And we have like all the buildings all around and the clouds. I erased some clouds, but anywho, we add also the palm trees in the back because that's like toward her house. Voila.
as for this dude, this is the scene where there was, so this guy, he has this like, this is a column pillar, like as if there was like a structural building, and then there was that like column pillars in front of it. He knocked it down with his hand. He's the concrete breaker dude, and he broke it down, and then you can see there's like the other pillar there. So this one would have been that pillar, and then he put it down, and then it made a crack in the road. And then after that, Toku's over here, and she is like, oh no, running away almost. Oh, and then after that, she's there, and then because the crack is coming toward her, and okay, the crack's coming toward her, and then she's like kind of running away because this is right before she goes and this floor splits and she falls right through the ground. Like, she's in the city, she's already battling against the Breakis, and the Breaki, this is the concrete Breaki. His power is the concreteness, and he will affect the concrete by splapping into it. He can't actually defeat anyone like with concrete. His powers transfer onto the concrete, and then anything he puts onto the concrete makes a giant crack in the road, and then the person falls through. That's how he can affect others. But powers of the Breakis, they don't directly affect others. They indirectly affect them through whatever source they're going to go through. So in this case, concrete.
So here comes Toku coming in from the background, riding on a piece of concrete. She has like her hands waving in the air. But why is she balancing on it? Well, because there's lava right behind it. And yes, we kind of lost control of the camera there. And they're in the town of BimbleDOT, and behind her is Mr. Lava Dude with the concrete. She's pushing her concrete thing with his lava.
As for this fella, we have Toku. She's riding down on a slab of concrete. She is running away from Lava Dude. In the actual drawing, coloring, the lava dude kind of scares me. He looks like some weird monster. He's supposed to be a lava dude. He's made of lava. That's why he's yellow and red. I don't know what happened to his colors, but okay. Still, so she's like riding along the city, and there's still the palm trees in the back, right, kind of like where her house is, behind it probably-ish. But those are the palm trees. She's riding down the road, and she's on this slab of concrete as the lava is chasing her, and the lava monster is on his lava, and he's running after her. Whatcha? And then he is rolling after her, and then she is going down on this concrete, which is kind of like rolling on the edge of the, it's like the lava's here. It's kind of like being propelled by the lava, because the lava is chasing after her, whatcha. And then, so she is basically there, and she's scared. She's running, screaming, and then the dude, he's like, which is kind of an evil face. He has long hair. It's lava hair. He's a Breaky. That's what his power is. He can only basically force the lava to chase after you, but the lava itself will not harm you. Like, it will not, if it contacts your skin, it will not hurt your skin. You will not feel the burn, but if the lava burns something like around you, and then that thing gets hot, then you will feel the burn if you touch that object. So that's why, like, the Breaky powers are very indirect, because they can only affect objects, like the object of their breakiness. And his breakiness is lavaness. What's up, papa? Oh.
And the beautiful book. It is the book of the BimbleDOT stories. Now we are making inside of Toku's house. She has, of course, her traffic cone windows with the traffic cone tops and little sides, like the corners of the windows are looking like traffic cones. And then we have Miss Toku. She's just kind of resting on the book. Her head is resting on her hand because she is just thinking of these stories as pretty much randomness. But Sage is the one who came in, and she's like pointing out that these stories seem very funky. So the story of the Fixis, what they are, who they are, they're very special. And see, those are also like the table, the lines. I like try to space them out as much as possible to make it look like a table, and then I give it some funky little legs in the bottom, kind of like a monster.
Okay, this one, which is Toku and Sage. We're just analyzing the book of BimbleDOT. Well, technically, it's the book that tells the story of the Fixis and how that they were like the constructors of the like ancient pyramids and the Leaning Tower of Pisa and all that. Like, they constructed those things. It's like kind of like almost as if like you're explain Santa, like where the presents come from. So where these pyramids and all these giant structures came from. They came from the Fixis, the magical creatures, but like magical people who have these extraordinary powers to build creative structures. They're reading the story of that, and then the story is inside of the book, which is also inside of my story. They're like on Toku's desk. Toku, she's kind of like, this is just a story, I don't really believe it. And then Sage, she's very interested. Yeah, I'm pointing directly at it. In the background, we have like the windows, ooh, like the legs of the chair and all that, like extra details to it. Chairs will have little traffic cones coming out, because this is part of Toku's house. It is her table, and she has like a bookshelf filled with books. Like in the story, she has her bookshelf filled with books. Basically, she just sees them as just stories. She just reads them over and over, but like she herself doesn't think much else about them. This new girl Sage comes in, and then Sage is like, ooh, these are fancy stories, and she's like, oh. Yes. So that is.
And au contrary comes the little pizza diner. It is the layered circle diner, because that's what pizzas are. They're layered circles. And then we have a little Toku sitting on her little there. Dio has his hands by his head, and then Sage, she's like up in the air, legs up in the air. She's swerving around, and then Toku, she's kind of like just sitting there more patiently. They have the table, and it's like they're like a corner booth, and they're basically just trying to find the Mr. Phonowawo. So of course we have the sketches, the pencils, and then we have, well, the doodle, the black lines that went onto the pencil, and then we have the black and white, the coloring book style, which I also had to went around the edges, and I did a little bit of a like edgy fixie so that I could color in all the little with just the tap of my finger instead of things going outside of the edges. And fix the outsides, ew. And then the colored image.
It is my face. Of course, in the sketch, the eyebrows became very fluffy. The eyes, they are looking at the nose. For doodle, I changed that. Toku, she's like looking at her hammer, and she's kind of like contemplating. like she after she's trying to apply to the face firm, and then they reject her. Oh, they reject her position once again. I'm like analyzing her tools, like what should I do next? And then that's when she goes ahead and jumps into the construction work of the dudes that are already doing it stuff, and I'm gonna try to fix their work. And so I added on the doodles.
And so we see eyebrow girly. Then after that, we kind of exchange her eyebrows, fix the little lines, and oh my gosh, give it some color. What is closer and what is behind? Toku is up front and everything else is behind. Ooh.
Mr. Breaky Dude's hand. He is just looking at his beautiful keychain, which is his magnet keychain, because he has the power over dirt. His name is Dr. Excavator. He is Toku's long lost brother years later, and he even as a child he was sneaky and tried to steal the Magino Keys and use their powers for breaking stuff. He would use the stop sign power to like stop things, but then he would break them with the stopping. He has his like keychain there, and then I extended the world into the dirt world all around him. Ooh. And what do you know, we have Miss Circly's house. This is her beach house. Actually kind of like give it some color. I started coloring them in, but I don't like colored pencil as much as just doing the actual thing with solid black lines. Boat here, and she lives right by the water. I did add some extra circles, so like I changed the windows to circles. I changed this pathway to a circle, or circly, and then I gave her like a surfboard with some circles, and then a beach ball, which is a circle because her name is Miss Circly. So like Toko comes and fixes her house because her house got destroyed by what did they call that? Those like water tornado things. Okay, hurricane. So like her house got destroyed in some places, and then Toko fixed it. And Toko, I've like put Toko over here. She's on her way out. And then she fixed the house, and then Toku, she got the pillow from the house, and this pillow is more than just a pillow. So Miss Circly was trying to offer her money for her fixing work, but Toku just looked at the money and was like, then she was like, I'm gonna have that pillow instead. And then she took the pillow, and Miss Circly was giving it to her like, oh, because she was like, why is this girl wanting a pillow in exchange for fixing my whole house, fixing the roof of my house, fixing the walls of my house? Yeah. A little bit of the BimbleDOT city. This is like the face firm. It's a giant waterfall like building. Construction site happening, and back here they have some buildings all around. Like I don't know. It kind of reminds me of a circus, but it's not a circus dome. It's a gazebo thingy. And then we have like some buildings and roadways, the clouds in the background. Yeah, and Toku, she's on her way to the construction site because that's where she's gonna try to get to the face firm. Meet her purpose in their construction world. Whee! She wants to be part of their construction company. My favorite scenes just in the moonlight. So Sage and Toku are there, and then they have a big moon in the background. This is like when they go to the bridge discussing. They're talking about the story which they read inside of the book of the Fixis. They have like this big forest. These are actually supposed to be palm trees, so I made them into palm trees. And technically in the story it's supposed to be sunrise, like when the sun's coming up early in the morning. But I kind of wanted a moon there, so I put a moon there, and it's a beautiful moon. They have like the water underneath here, and then it's like a big grassy patch field. And yeah, a bench. And Toku, she's like leaning on the edge. And Sage, she's on her handstand down her upside down thingy. What's up? Then we have like the night sky around. Technically, the only flaw in this thing. This is a universe where 2 moons exist. Yeah. And then for this one, they're like going up to Sage's cloud house, which is it's like back here in the corner, but more easily seen inside of the actual. I added the actual house over here, just kind of like where the stop sign is blocking you. It's like a blockily fence thing. This is like Toku and Deo. They're both walking along her stop signs as they're like following her. Like the rubble back here is like where they started from the BimbleDOT city. Some giant thing and like kind of like crashed everything, and then the vehicles, they all like went into the dirt and all that, and it became like a big crowded pile. Oh, coming out of it. And Toku, she's still unsure, but Deo, he's like, I'm on the way to follow Sage, and Sage, she's kind of like over here jumping, like almost like this is in the back, way far in the back, and then the stairs are in the front. Whoosh. Ooh, and then the stairs, and then they go to the blockade. It's like when you pass the house, the sun looks like it's gonna crash into you, but it's not. It's just gonna stay there. It's its own archway, and that's how it rises and fall and sets. But like within just its own set order, you can see where it rises and it sets. It's the opposite of the actual thing. Like those, it's revolution. Sun just doing this back and forth dome revolution thing, and yeah, that's what the sun does. And then we have this world where there is the, like this is supposed to be Mr. Phone a while. I made him look better in the actual doodle because he's supposed to have a phone on top of his head, like one of those long phones that like you put in your ear like this, but he has on his head. And then he himself is, that was his power. His power was like that phone sign, which is like the like telephone service sign. He's supposed to live kind of inside like a foresty house because it has like tree roots and branches all around. It has like tree trunks and tree roots like hanging down from the ceiling. It's an underground cave, but it actually belongs to Mr. Mr. Sinnoh. Yes, it actually belongs to Mr. Sinnoh because Mr. Sinnoh actually has the power over the tree roots. He has the like the tree. His element is the trees. It's his abandoned house. This guy came and he inhabited it. Mr. Sinnoh, he does not know that yet. A tree, like a tree falling down. The trees are his element. He controls the trees. He can topple them, like use them to like swing from like a vine, like a monkey swinging from the vines. But he would do that in his own power. This is actually a speed limit house though. When I was starting doing him, I made him into a speed limit guy. Right now, I made speed limit into a different character. Still a house. It still has inspiration from some speed limit. So the door is like a speed limit. This chair is like a speed limit, and then I made like a random cookie tray over here, and then some clouds and some flowers, and like a poster of speed limit and the sun in the background. His own house. He actually lives underground, so that's kind of a different house, but it changed as I went along inside the story. We have some other sketches. This is my Crafta MundoZ. I was like kind of trying to make a book cover design. Yeah, I mean, it's like this hammer. He's coming and fixing this crack because Breakis just kind of like punched into the concrete. It's like the actual words around the Crafta MundoZ, which is kind of like what they are in general. But it's not just like the crafting construction girls, because there's kind of also boys in there too.
Dudes.
Like Deo, which his power is the pencil of drawing. I have a pencil right there, which is like his drawing power. He has her like traffic cone, and also the stop sign. And there's also the other characters, but those are the three characters that appear in this story and make the story go. And then it's like break it, fix it, whatcha. And there's like a road in between, this little yellow line of a road. Yeah, that is it.
So then the sketch is the random hand, and the other hand, one break it, one fixing. Now we changed it. What, the only thing that changed? I wrote down fix it and break it were her. And then we color it in, and wow, book cover, yeah. Crafta MundoZ, yeah. Now, this sketch didn't exactly sketch. I didn't sketch a lot of the sketch, but when it turned into the doodle, well, it got all of its beautiful sunshine, and Toku, she's looking out to the horizon. This is basically from the top of her hill of the house, of her house, and then she's looking down, she sees the fire in the city, and the city's being broken by the Breakis, and she's like, oh no, I need to go down. But she's never helped the city, as in saved the city. She's always just fixed the city. So she's like contemplating, she's like very, whoa. And here we go. go. Toku, she's with her, just kind of standing on her on her house, and she has her couch. She has a giant staircase in the background, and her staircase loops around and around her house. But she's just here with her hammer, and she's like getting ready to fix either a couch or maybe build an elevator. She's gonna be looking at something specifically, that octagonal thing right there.
And basically, Toku, she is in her house. She is kind of like on her way to like fix something. I might turn things into traffic cones, like traffic cone couch. I made like a traffic cone bookshelf, and then she has her like big stairway, which kind of like loops and loops around her house, like the traffic cone. It goes up like that, and then to a big dome on the top, and then her stairway loops around the edges of it, like, and slowly narrows in. And then her bedroom is at the top, the dome at the top as well. Her bedroom is not located underneath the dome. She herself is there, and she's just fixing something. But this I kind of made into an animation. There's a stop sign right there, and that stop sign, she would be like, I don't collect stop sign supplies. And the reality of that is because Sade entered her house through her glass dome ceiling, and that's because Toku left it open the night before. Toku did not know that, so it is a secret, and she right now is gonna fix it.
Where would a stop sign come from? I certainly don't collect things like this. Not here, in my traffic cone house.
So basically these drawings will be put into my book, put in the place where I wrote the thing to illustrate the thing. Yeah. The book itself, it's a storyline of these characters, Miss Toku, Sage, and Deo, and Mr. Phone Wow, and Mr. Those are just the characters' names. And so that is how it goes. They are illustrations. Ooh, punchy.